Hi, my name is Vanessa Orr. I'm from Yaya Yoga, California, and I'm in Paso Robles, California. And I'm here to share with you the yoga dice game as part of Mindfulness Month in October 2017. So let's get started. So the items you will need are one or two fuzzy yoga dice. I got these off Amazon, very easy to find. I typed in fuzzy yoga dice. You'll be using one yoga dice for younger kids, about ages 2.5 to maybe 6 or 7. And then you'll use 2 dice for the older kids, ages 7 and up. So that's the first thing you'll need. The second thing you'll need is a yoga book with yoga poses that I'll get to in a second. So I love this book. This is Michelle Brown's book, Kid Moves, and it comes in a 3-series part. This is the preschooler Kid Moves, but I find that the younger kids really like this. It's easily laid out, the move and the picture and everything. So what I did is wrote numbers on the books, 1 to 6 of what I wanted to do. So I wasn't going to do table. We have frog jump, number 3. I won't show you all of them, but I pick and chose which yoga poses I wanted to focus on, numbers 1 through 6. So you'll need this. This will kind of be the second part of the game a little bit. The yoga deck card is what we use to kind of get the game going. So this is the Kids Yoga Deck by Annie Buckley. It has pictures of the yogis doing poses, and then it has a little description on the back. I wrote on the front because I found that sometimes the name on the back isn't as representative of what the pose is, but they're still really, really good cards, and that's why I like to use them. They do have great ideas on the back. So I pre-numbered cards 1 to 6. So you'll lay these out in a circle. So 1, downward dog, 2, cobra, see if you can see that, 3, side plank, 4 was star pose, 5, warrior 2, and 6 was tree. Okay. So what you'll do with the younger kiddos is you'll take 1 dice. You as the teacher will start first. You'll explain the agreements that we toss the dice. We don't throw the dice at other yogis. We don't want to hurt people. We want to be safe and have fun. So teacher usually goes first if that feels good to you. So you'd roll the dice. I got a number 1 and the kids all really excited. 1! So then you find the card that shows number 1 and we do downward dog together. Since I'm the roller, I get to be the teacher. So then the teacher would get you into the pose, downward dog. And when you're in the pose, you can make it fun by having the kids bark, woof, woof, woof. You can have them shake their doggy tail, bending their knees, 1 doggy leg up maybe, shaking it out, other doggy leg up. And when you're ready, coming down to your knees. So that would be how to get the game started. Teacher goes first. Then the next yogi in the circle rolls the dice. And let's pretend they roll the dice and they roll a number 1 again. So that means we already did downward dog. We don't have to do downward dog again. That means we get to use the book. So then the yogi gets to pull out the book, find the pose that has number 1 on it, and that yogi gets to be the teacher. So that yogi teaches the pose if they're feeling confident. If they're not, then we'll do it together, and then we do the pose. And you can make it fun. You can sing row, row, row your boat if you want to. You can count from 10 to 1 backwards. Ooh. You can count from 10 to 1 backwards in Spanish or forwards in Spanish or English. Make it fun. And then we move on to the next yogi. The next yogi rolls the dice. They roll it, say they get tree pose, we do tree. Then the next yogi rolls a dice. They roll it 1 again. Oh no! The kids get really excited about rolling the same number over. So they roll 1. We already did downward dog in that one. We already did boat pose number 1. Oh no, what do we do? Well, I remind the kids that this is their time to shine. It's Yogi's choice. So if they rolled the same number 3 times, so I rolled it, another Yogi rolled number 1, and then another Yogi rolled number 1, then that Yogi gets to do Yogi's choice. So they get to pick their favorite yoga pose or favorite yoga movement to have the group do together. And it could be as simple as shaking their whole body out. That's it. It could be as simple as taking a breath together, a belly breath. Whatever it is, okay? You would go all the way around the circle until you get to the very last yogi. The very last yogi gets a special turn. The last yogi gets to choose a guided visualization for the group. This will end the class. So in the yoga deck card, kids yoga deck, they have these kind of guided visualizations that you can do with the kids. So there's sound rest, and I labeled these 1 to 6. Light rest, space rest, color rest, all over rest, and I actually don't have a number 6. I don't know what happened to it. So the last yogi would get the dice, roll the dice. It's a number 2. Then you would get them into Savasana, laying on their back, laying in sushi roll, whatever feels good, lowering the lights, getting them ready, maybe putting on some calming, soothing music, playing in the background, or ocean sounds or forest sounds, whatever feels good for the class at that time. And then you would read the guided visualization in the back. This is light rest. And it's talking about a warm glow filling up inside of them and letting the light kind of fill up their legs and their belly and their arms and fingers and face, and kind of feeling very light and loving. So it's beautiful. So you walk them through that and then give them another minute or 30 seconds to finish the class in silence in Savasana, and then taking them out of it. And that would be the end of the class. So why do I have 2 dice? I have 2 dice because if you have older kids, you can incorporate a little bit of mathematics into the game, which is fun. And this is math for younger kids. I mean, being able to identify a number 2 on a dice without counting it, I mean, it's number recognition. So that's awesome. They can use that in school. But also with the older kids, I use the 2 dice, and I place out all the cards numbers 1 through 6 in the circle. And then I have cards 7 through 12, and I place all those out in the circle as well. So then the yogis get a chance that are older. If you're working with a group, ages 7 and up, you can roll both dice. So the yogi would take their turn, roll both dice. This one's a fairly easy one. They look at the dice. 2 and 2 is 4. So they find the yoga card that has 4. And we do star pose together. Easy, yeah? And then the same kind of rules agreements apply. I rolled a number 4. The next yogi rolls a number 4. Oh my gosh, what do? We already did star pose. Let's not do it again. Let's do something else. So I have this great book. Oh, my thing fell off here. This is the Yoga Poems Twist book. And it is written by Janet S. Wong. I really love it. It has great, beautiful, colorful pictures and beautiful poems. So we rolled a number 4. The yogi, instead, they're older, right? So they might not want to use a younger kid's book. This book is awesome because it kind of meets the needs for those older kids. So number 4, they find it. Look, we found eagle pose. So the yogi can actually choose to read this out loud to the group if they want, or the teacher can, and then we do the pose together. And that's pretty much it. You go around the whole circle, everyone takes their turn. The very last yogi, the same thing is done. You put out the guided visualization cards for Savasana, the very last yogi. Just rolls 1 dice. Unfortunately, there's not enough. Or you could, if you wanted to, make 12 cards. But I usually just use the 6. Roll the dice, we find it, guide them into Savasana, read the guided visualization, and end the class. So I hope that you got some interesting ideas and tips from playing the yoga dice game. And I know it might seem like a lot of work, a lot of setup, but once it's set up, it's set to go. You don't have to keep redoing this all the time. You can kind of leave the cards as is, and you can change out the numbers. On these, I put little stickies so you can actually just peel them off and change them out with other cards if you want. I also wrote in dry erase marker on the top, so it's easily, you can easily wipe it off if you want to. And the kids love it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time to teach patience. It's a great time to teach how we feel when we get disappointed in a number we didn't want to get, which sometimes happens. It's a great time to teach emotions, other emotions such as excitement, feeling worried or anxious about teaching a pose. There's so many moments of teaching opportunities within the class that work with emotional intelligence as well, while having lots and lots of fun. So thanks for joining me. My name is Vanessa Orr from Yaya Yoga, and please check out my website. It is www.yayayogaca.com, or you can check me out on Instagram or Facebook, and it is, let me get this for you. Haha. Yaya Yoga CA. It might be backwards for you, but I don't know. All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.